Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. There is one very popular dish in Malaysia which is called, sometimes it's called 南乳炸肉, sometimes it's called 客家炸肉. 南乳 meaning is the fermented beancurd. 炸肉 is deep fried pork belly. Now, sometimes when people call 南乳炸肉, the 客家 Hakka deep fried pork, sometimes it can mean you need to deep fry this first, and then you will cook it with some gravy. But I personally, I don't quite like the gravy type. I always prefer just the purely deep fried pork belly. So today we are making the purely deep fried pork belly with fermented beancurd. So let's take a look at the ingredient. I have here 2 pieces of pork belly. Of course, actually these are the better one. You can see the layers, and the layers between the pork belly, the meat and the fat is very even. But there's one thing we need to do later, which is to remove the skin. To remove the skin, why? Because if you don't remove the skin later, after deep frying, the skin can be quite chewy. So we will deal with the pork belly shortly. Then after that, the most important ingredient is definitely this is the red beancurd. I have approximately 1.5 or close to 2 pieces of red beancurd with a bit of the sauce, yeah, the sauce that coming together with the beancurd. This will really give the umami flavor to this particular dish. Then we also have 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, about 2 tablespoons of corn flour. This is half of the egg, remaining egg from the other dish just now. You can use half to 1 egg, yeah. And then of course we need some seasoning, a bit of Shaoxing wine, light soya sauce, sugar, and also white pepper. First thing first, we remove the pork skin. Get a very sharp knife, and I don't mind keeping part of the fat here, maybe half of it. The rest I will just remove it together with the skin. Alright, so you get something like this. This fat here you can keep it for pork lard. Don't throw it away. Right, we will make this into pork lard, and these 2 will be for our Hakka or fermented beancurd炸肉. Now let's start marinate the pork. Oh, by the way, I have cut the pork fat just now into small cubes like this, where I'm going to make it into the pork crackling. By the way, I have further removed the skin also, yeah. So now, first of all, let's start with this. This can be diluted easier if you add in some Shaoxing wine. Then you use a spoon. Do this, press it. This thing is very, very salty, so you probably don't have to put in any more salt into the marination. See, very easy. You have diluted it into something like this. Right, put this in. If you want to help the marinade process, what you can also do is poke a few holes into the pork. This will help. See, poke a few holes into the pork. This will help the marinade even better. So then, of course, we have our oyster sauce, about 1 tablespoon. Do I need to put like soy sauce? Maybe just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. And then few dashes of white pepper, some salt to balance the saltiness, yeah. If not, the whole thing's going to need to be just salty alone. Then I'm going to put in half of the egg here and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Next thing, give it some nice massage so that everything will be nicely coming together. So after that, use a cling wrap to cover it and put it in the fridge to let it marinate for minimum 2 to 3 hours to really allow the flavor sink into the meat. So this is after about 2 hours marinate in the fridge, and you take out at least 30 minutes before you want to deep fry, because you want it to go back to room temperature. Yeah. Then next thing, prepare some cornstarch, a plate at the side. Wow, this is going to be so good. Coat it nicely with cornstarch. Then you want to give it a few pats. And next step is actually quite important. It is called resting. Meaning, you let it rest for a couple of minutes. And you won't waste it, because we will just use this resting time to heat up the hot oil. Yeah. To be very frank, the thickness of the pork that I'm using today is a little bit too big. I will prefer which is about maybe half of this size. So it's easier to eat if it's smaller. This is seriously a bit too big. This is actually a block for me to make roast pork. I took it out. And usually this block is super expensive because of the very evenly spread between the fat and also the meat. Put it to the side and let it rest. Right, prepare a good amount of oil here and put it onto medium temperature. Why medium? Because you want to slowly deep fry until it is cooked. Then only we will do a double fry towards the end using high temperature. Yeah. So how do you know it's medium temperature? Here you put in a chopstick. You can actually see some bubble. See, right? And you don't see any smoke coming up. The moment you see a smoke, that is already too high. Yeah? You need to add more oil to bring down the heat. Just give it a minute or two before I flip it over to the other side. I would say probably about 7 minutes, 8 minutes in total. So we will come back shortly. Another reason why you want to use medium to low heat to slowly fry this is because we added the red bean curd, which is going to go char, become burned very easily. So you don't want the outside to be burned before the inside is already cooked. Yeah. Wow, super crispy. Ooh, look at how beautiful it is. So slowly pan fry this. Deep fry this for using a low medium heat. So this is about 6-7 minutes. You can see it is becoming really nice golden brown and very crispy. I think what I will do is later I will cut it here so that it will not be so thick, very difficult to eat. So I cut it here, then it will be much better. Right. So this one is ready. I'll take it out to the side. Cut it into half. Later we will do the double fry, yeah? And meanwhile, the other one I already cut it into half. Now this is a better thickness. So the first round of deep frying is completed. Now I'm going to do the double frying. As in, just now we are using medium-low heat. Now we want to use high heat, yeah? Turn on to high heat right now. And put in for double fry for about 10 minutes. Then this way the skin will become extremely crispy. Not too long because it can get burned very easily. Take it out and put it over onto oil absorbing paper. Very fast, yeah, about 10 seconds. Take it out, put it onto an oil absorbing paper. This one a bit thicker. Take it out also. Immediately the color become even more brownish. Let it rest for a couple of minutes. Okay, this after a couple of minutes, you can actually use, it's still hot. You can actually use ooh, I'm not sure if you can hear this. Can you hear? It is super crispy. Super crispy. And we are going to eat this. Normally we will eat this with garlic chili paste. Okay. Whoops. Right, back to Zoom. Alright, so if you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow up on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.